Today, Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar Games' publisher, hosted their quarterly earnings call. And if you've been following GTA 6 for a year or two now, you know that this is normally a very important event, because over the past few years, we've been using these earnings calls to try and figure out when GTA 6 is going to be released. Obviously, we know that now, so not as many people listened to this earnings call. But now that we have an official release date, Strauss Zelnick, the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, shared some info on some very interesting stuff. In particular, the fact that the game only entered development in 2020, which a lot of people have been taking a little bit out of context, but anyway, we're gonna break it all down right after we talk about today's sponsor. Have you been looking for a cool server in GTA 5 RP? Then I have some great news for you. You need to try Grand Roleplay. Grand RP has a developed system of factions, a huge fleet of cars, and a bunch of cool clothes for any fashionista. All of this is collected here. The most important plus, you can start playing it for free, literally in a couple of clicks. The first thing you need to do is follow the link in the description to the project website, fill out all the fields, and create your character. It's very important to register through the site, because this way you can get one of 3 premium cars to choose from right at the very beginning of the game. It's also easy. The main thing you don't want to forget to do is enter My ID in the special field. Doing this will give you a nice bonus in the form of in-game currency and VIP status for a quick start. Recently on the server, there's a new battle pass, which opens up access to exclusive rewards and more content, making the game even more exciting. So check out Grand RP in the link down below, and thank you to Grand RP for sponsoring today's video. Okay, here is exactly what Strauss said about GTA 6 today. I'll let this clip play, and then after that, we'll break it down and talk about it.
Rockstar expects to release Grand Theft Auto 6 on May 26, 2026, which is in our fiscal year 2027. I believe affording Rockstar additional time for such a groundbreaking project is a worthy investment. Grand Theft Auto 6 began development in earnest in 2020 following the massive success of Red Dead Redemption 2, and the title is now the most anticipated entertainment property of all time. Consumer anticipation is unprecedented, with Trailer 2's cross-platform debut last week shattering records to become the biggest video launch of all time, with over 475 million views in 24 hours. This follows Trailer 1's record-breaking debut of 93 million views in 24 hours on YouTube alone. Spotify streams of the track featured in the trailer, Hot Together by the Pointer Sisters, surged by 182,000%, once again proving Rockstar's ability to influence popular culture. The ambition and complexity of Grand Theft Auto 6 is greater than any previous Rockstar title, and the team is poised to release another astonishing entertainment experience that will exceed players' expectations.
Okay, so the main thing Strauss said was Grand Theft Auto 6 began development in earnest in 2020 following Red Dead 2. It's 2025. A lot of people don't know what earnest means. Earnest means with conviction. So basically, GTA 6 only really entered serious development in 2020. Or in other words, entered full development in 2020. Now, what does that mean? So first of all, a lot of people have been saying GTA 6 has been in development for 12 years since GTA 5 came out. That's just not true, not at all. But it also kind of shows that GTA 6 hasn't been in full production since Red Dead 2 came out. So Red Dead 2 came out in 2018 in October. But what happened in that year or two before GTA 6 entered full development? Let's talk about it, because we know that Rockstar was seen scouting locations in Miami in 2018 and 2019. These are leaked documents, leaked pages of info from business owners in Miami showing that Rockstar was at their property scouting it out for their upcoming game. But apparently the game only entered production in 2020. Those timelines don't add up. So here is what looks to be the more accurate timeline of GTA 6's development now. In 2018, Red Dead 2 releases. It's a massive success, obviously. It sold 74 million copies now, but massive success. Around this time, maybe even a little bit before Red Dead 2 released, GTA 6 would have entered what's called pre-development or pre-production. During this time, the developers would throw out ideas, brainstorm, maybe even write a rough outline of the story, and begin to scout out locations that they're going to build the map on. It was also around this 2018 to 2019 period that the Project Americas file got leaked. Now, if you don't know what Project Americas is, This was the original code name for GTA 6 before it entered full production. In this document, a bunch of stuff got revealed. First, that we would be getting a male and a female character, which turned out to be true. That the game would be set in Vice City, which again turned out to be true. But also a bunch of other stuff, like it would take place in multiple cities across America. It would also take place in South America, like Brazil, for example. And also, some part of the game would be set in the 1980s. Now, we don't know how much of this is going to turn out to be true when the game actually comes out. But what we do know is over time, Project Americas mostly got scrapped, and instead, Rockstar aimed to narrow down the scope of the project and mainly focus it around just Vice City and the state of Leonida. This was all actually reported on during 2020 by Jason Schreier. You can go back and find his articles. I even made a video on it right here somewhere. It'll be on your screen if you want to go back and watch the video from 2020. A lot of people didn't believe Jason Schreier at this point in 2020 when he said GTA 6 was only in early development, but now it seems as though this was true. So anyway, all those leaks happen in about 2018, 2019, and then we find out in February of 2020 that Dan Houser, the vice president of Rockstar, is leaving the company. And then shortly after that, or around that time, GTA 6 entered full production. So what does that tell us? Well, there's a good chance that there were maybe some creative differences with Dan Houser. Maybe he wanted GTA 6 to go down the route of the Project Americas leaks, and then for whatever reason, I guess that couldn't happen, and maybe Dan Houser decided that it was time to leave. Fast forward one more year to 2021, and Tom Henderson, another reputable leaker, comes out and shares a bunch of details about GTA 6 once again. If you want to go back to 2021, there's a video on screen here. That's where I covered that. Link will be in the description below. In this report, again, he confirmed that the game was in early development. We would get a female protagonist, maybe some stuff like cryptocurrency in the game, and that the game probably wouldn't come out until 2024 or 2025. Turns out that was correct. It just got pushed back one more year to 2026 a few weeks ago. In early 2022, Rockstar officially announces that GTA 6 is in development with this tweet on your screen here. And then later in the year, 50 minutes of GTA 6 footage leaks online. Now, if you've seen those leaks, kinda hard to believe that GTA 6 production only really fully started in 2020. So those leaks that we saw were from a game that had only been in full production for about 2 years. Kinda insane. Moving to the end of 2023, Trailer 1 releases. Of course, that makes everyone very happy. 2024, a year of silence. 2025, we get Trailer 2, and we are where we are now. So there's a lot of people freaking out about this right now. GTA 6 only started development in 2020. What? The game's gonna be so small. No, that's not what that means. Pre-production did start before that, but full production seems like it started in 2020. I understand though, it does raise a few questions, particularly around this 2020 date, seeing as that's where Dan Houser, the former vice president of Rockstar, left, around the same time that the game started development. Why? And maybe it provides a little bit of proof to all of the leaks and suggestions that GTA 6 has been rebooted a few times. The development has restarted over that 2018 to 2019, 2020 period. So it definitely seems during the start of GTA 6's lifespan or development, it was a bit rough. They couldn't really figure out what they wanted this game to be. But for at least the past 5 years now, it seems like they got a clear direction on what GTA 6 is. It's been in full development for at least 5 years now. It's got another full year to go, meaning it will be in full development longer than GTA 5, Red Dead 2, these games. So I don't think we should be worried at all. And finally, let's talk about GTA 6's release date. A lot of people are still nervous that the game is going to get delayed again. Strauss Zelnick did talk to IGN about that as well, and we now know why the game got delayed, which is good. When asked why the game got delayed by IGN, Strauss said, "The needs or lack thereof for continued polish become clear. In this case, there was an opportunity with a small amount of incremental time, we thought, to make sure Rockstar achieves its creative vision with no limitations." And I supported, of course, that approach. So basically, continued polish, make sure the game is polished, not buggy, and so that Rockstar can achieve its creative vision. Kinda obvious, but anyway, that's why I put that at the end of the video. Anyway, if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more stuff like this, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys!
Favorite color, money green. I've been on my grind since I was in the 7th grade.